You still can. Welcome back to another episode of Therapeutic Rap. I am your host, Jay. And today we have a guest, Antonio, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Antonio.
That's good right there. Hey, man, appreciate it.
So y'all mad how Jay just introduced the guest, but he has never truly introduced the regular panel.
All right, wait, hold on, man. Hold on.
He
Hold
never
on.
given
Top
us
dog,
opportunity to say nothing about ourselves. Come on,
Hold
We
on.
peasants. We
Hold on,
peasants.
hold on. So, if you've been watching from now, by now, you should know that I got my original team with me. We have Detroit Chris, all the way from the West Coast. We got Miriam, all the way from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. That's where you're from. We got Queen City Janae, all the way from Stone Mountain, Georgia. And we here, man.
Jay, don't do no more introduction. You're done.
Stone Mountain. I ain't never in my life lived down there.
Have you been there though?
Of course, my aunt lives there. That don't mean I'm from there.
All right. Hey man, what up, DC Slim, man? It's good to see you on this side.
He done found it.
It's good to see you on this side, DC Slim.
What up, Slim?
That's my dog.
Man, it's gonna
That's
be a
my
wild
dog.
one tonight.
Man Down Sports, Big Meal. What up, baby?
What up?
Hey,
What
man,
up?
Don't never shout out nobody else, but
What up?
Mahoney getting
What
all
up?
the love. I think
What up?
Chris,
What up?
Miro, I think we can probably dismiss ourselves, baby.
Don't act like that. It's a guest. You know what I'm saying? This y'all show.
I
This y'all
guess.
show.
Baby,
Yeah.
we ain't never got shout out to Chris, shout out to Miro, shout out to Janae, shout out to Jay. Hell, not even shout out to Jay.
Hey.
Mahoney in the building.
I get love from my other job though, so I'm straight.
And why the fuck Melvin always got something to say?
Yeah, like that.
And I don't be laying down.
Oh, that is
We
funny
just
to me.
stupid.
Man,
I'm not in the mood.
Listen.
Oh man.
Period.
All right, let's do it.
Listen,
Let's
man.
do
How everybody week going, man?
it. It's good.
Ooh, tomatoes.
Work.
I'm just ready for this week to be over with, be honest.
Hey man, we almost there, man. Hey,
Why
go ahead.
the week we always off on a Monday be like the longest week ever? I feel like
Man,
today is Tuesday or something.
Bro, just dragging, man. Like, damn.
Like I'm ready for Friday for real.
That's how they get us, man. All right. For those of y'all that don't know, man, please like, subscribe, and share all over all that. Let me get that out there. Let's see what we got right here. Another comment. Y'all got some shout outs now, man.
Thanks for the shout out.
Damn, he still
Thank
ain't.
you.
That's all right. That's okay.
Chris, you must be saving yours for last. You about to get
Anyway, man. We here. And today we got a little interesting topic, man. I was sent 2 videos, and I'm gonna play those, man. We're gonna talk about them. And the topic is about the friend zone. First one is gonna come from a woman's perspective. Second one's gonna come from a man's perspective, and we're gonna listen to both of them and then chop them up. All right. Here we go.
Sir.
You need to be 1,000% sure. If you are my homeboy right now, if you are watching this and you are one of my homeboys, you need to be 1,000,000% sure that I feel the same way about you as you feel about me. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't. Let them know. Let them know. So, hey, I hope you see this.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a no for me.
It's gonna be a no, big dog. Get somebody else to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you are putting your heart out there, like, bro, you need to be sure. Like, have we ever flirted?
No.
Have we ever kissed? Did we go
No.
on a date?
No.
Have we had any romantic
No.
exchanges?
Nope. I don't have no male friends. And I don't think y'all should have no female friends. And that's just that on that. I can't tell you what to do, but don't come over here with it. And that's on period.
You know what?
All right, the male version of that.
Are men and women actually really friends out here? If in most cases, which I believe most cases are like this, where people are, yeah, that's my girl, that's my friend, like, oh, nothing. No, that's just a guy. That's my big bro, blah, blah. The minute you become aware that you're attracted to said person, you are no longer friends. I don't think it's to say that the person's not attractive. It's once you become aware that I am attracted to this person,
Yeah.
then you are no longer their friend. So I think there's a lot of women that have, oh, that's my guy friend, blah, 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 because they are not attracted to those men. But it does not mean those men are their friends from the men's perspective. There's a big difference between saying, yo, that's an attractive girl versus, yeah, I'm attracted to her. Those are two different things.
All right. So first question, do you believe it's possible for men and women to be strictly friends?
Absolutely. A couple of my best friends are women.
Yes.
I agree. I definitely agree.
I think it's actually important to have strictly just friends of the opposite sex, so that way you can have those tough conversations that you wouldn't be able to have normally with somebody of the opposite sex, and they can give you that perspective and that truth. Like if I'm having relationship problems and I need to know a woman's perspective, I can go to my best friends, and they're not going to sugarcoat it for me because they are my best friends, but they're also going to give me that woman's side of that woman's perspective, and vice versa. They need a man's perspective about it, like, hey, am I tripping, or how does this and then they can come to me, and it's strictly just because I love and care for them as a friend, and vice versa. I think everybody should have that.
Agreed. I agree.
I agree. I agree.
I believe that males and females can have genuine friendships, but I do also think that if given the right circumstances, there may be an attraction that develops based on that friendship. Even if you're not initially attracted to the person, it might be something that develops over time. And if given the right circumstance, either party could be a bit, inappropriate, even if the other party is not reciprocating.
I agree with that perspective as well, because I mean, to be honest, you are a male and female, right? So I feel like if the friendship, because what they say, most great relationships, y'all start off as friends anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or so they say. So I feel like
I'm listening.
So I feel like that, yes, you could be friends, but yes, it could also lead to something else. But, well, it ain't really no but I feel like, yeah, it could potentially lead to something else. But the question is, can people be friends? And I think, I feel like men and women can definitely be strictly friends without any type of feelings or anything like that involved. Not saying that those feelings and things may not come about, but yes, I feel like men and women can be friends.
I feel like, I agree. I can definitely agree with what you're saying. I think I already spoke on as far as agreeing with the rest of the panel as far as, women and men being friends. However, I think there still needs to be some boundaries. And what I mean by boundaries is, you have friends when you're in high school, you have people that you grew up with, that you called your play sister or your friend, because you're seeing them on a daily basis. As you get older and you start forming relationships with the opposite sex, girlfriend, fiance, husband, whatever, some of those friendships, become, questionable, all right, to the opposite sex. So wholeheartedly, you as an individual have to be willing to make sure that those boundaries are set in place on your end, not even on your friend's end. You have to set those boundaries for yourself to make sure that you don't, cross the threshold. All right, that's my opinion. That's my 2 cents on it.
And
I
you said
100%
to say
agree.
like, you say that to say like to make sure your partner is like comfortable or she not feeling any type of way behind that friendship that you had. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes, to a certain extent. Yeah. I mean,
And
like
what
I say, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
I was just, excuse me. I was just gonna say I agree with that, but most of the time when those boundaries come in, it's because of a partner of
That's
one friend or
feelings.
the other, right? So the partner may be uncomfortable with the friendship, even if the two people that are actually friends have no intention. There's nothing there. Like I have people, guys that I was friends with since I was a kid and was very close to until they got married. And then when they got married, there were boundaries, which I respected. Don't get me wrong, I respected 100%. And I don't have any problems. And I didn't fall back. It was more just like, I respect that you're married. They respected they're married. So it was just like a natural progression of falling back. But I think that if there's I wouldn't say an insecure partner, but a partner that doesn't understand the friendship that was there, they might think, oh, well, they fell back because there must have been some sort of feelings or something there. And that is not the case. Like it's guys that I consider like my brothers, literally grew up from knee high to adulthood, but at the same time, I can't make your wives understand that friendship, you know. So I'm not going to try to do that. I'm gonna say, hey, y'all have at it, you know, kids are beautiful, like your posts on social media and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna interfere with your forever just because we're friends. Like, yeah, I might miss your friendship, but you know, you gotta take the L. And that's the boundary.
Do you think that the origin of the friendship matters in how the friendship develops, or if having if getting into a relationship becomes a barrier for the friendship or not? Like, let's say y'all, I don't know. Let's say y'all became friends because you used to date his best friend or something like that, or you used to date her best friend, but then y'all became friends, but you know, y'all felt like, oh, we both got a lot in common, but it's already a clear line that y'all have never crossed because you were already a partner to someone that they were close to. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that type of friendship is easier to sustain, other than, hey, we were just two people that were single and we are attracted to each other, we just never went there. Now we both are in a different relationship, but we're still trying to hold on to this friendship?
I feel like that second one, that one give we like that one personally, I feel like is a little weird and shaky, because just because y'all are in separate relationships, what does that mean? Because if y'all still being friends, if y'all had some type of attraction, that shit don't go nowhere for real. So what are y'all doing when y'all are with each other? Like, nah, I feel like that's totally different. The opposites, I mean, was friends with somebody out the group and y'all kind of met just by hanging out together as groups or whatever the case may be. I feel like that one cool. The other one, nah, that's a little shaky.
So let me ask you a question. So,
Go ahead.
So do you think that if a friendship sprouted from just casual dabblings, like maybe y'all smashed once or twice, right? But y'all stopped, but y'all was like, I think we'll be better as friends, and y'all end up having a great friendship. Do you think that that's not possible?
I think it's definitely possible. I think it's absolutely possible because there's no mystery. It takes away the mystery, you know what I'm saying? So you've been there, done that, and you don't have the desire to do it again for whatever reason, whether it was good or bad, or it ended weird or whatever. Like, it's definitely possible to still be good friends with somebody that you have been, you know, with on whatever level in the past, I think.
Now, if you take that friendship with that scenario, right, and say one of the friends in the party gets into a relationship, do you think that is a problem for like the spouse, how that friendship came about?
It very well possibly would be. I feel like
if they know the origins of it, I would say it would definitely be a problem.
Yeah,
9 times out of 10.
If you could swear up and down, both of y'all, like that there is no more attraction, like that is just a thing of the past. And do you think it's just like,
yo, I love DC Slim, bro.
Do y'all think that it could be more of an insecurity thing, or do you just think like it's just
I think more than insecurity
into the relationship?
I think more than insecurity, it may be like instinctively you want to protect your relationship from danger seen and unseen. And you know, I don't know if you would call it insecurity, but it may very well be, or it just may be like, hey, you know, I don't feel like that's a good look. But you know what I mean? But I don't, I mean, me personally, I don't really get into all that. friends this, friends that. But I want to ask y'all another question about the friend zone. And this one right here is for the women, and the men. I have a separate question. Have you ever friend zoned somebody, women, and they work their way out of the friend zone and to the man zone?
No.
Yeah, but they they ended up back in that bucket because it was awkward. So it was like you're around somebody enough, and then you're like, oh, okay, well, you're not having a good time in a single life. I'm not having a good time in a single life. Do we get to look at each other like, we get along great? It was like that, and it was like, well, let's try it out. And it was terrible because I couldn't look at that person romantically. So it was like, after a while, I was like, yeah, no. And I feel like that was the same thing on their end. I think they expected more out of me because they knew how I was in other relationships. And so then when I wasn't that, they're like, well, I feel like I'm getting short end of the stick. Well, you are. Because I don't look at you. It's hard for me to look at you or view you like that. So eventually it was just kind of like a mutual understanding, like, yeah, we're never crossing that line again. And we didn't. And we're friends for a very long time, but
Y'all
but it
still
wasn't. We cool. Yeah, we cool.
That sound like a no, but it's cool.
Hell nah.
No, well,
It sounded no-ish.
the person is married, so I would never,
Boundaries.
Yeah. No, I get it.
that's the boundaries I'm talking about. Like, no, I would never come,
Respect.
not that I feel like I was a threat or anything, by no means, but at the same time, like, I don't really talk to married men unless, like, I'm really cool with them anyway. So, like, I don't add people husbands on Facebook and stuff like that. So I set boundaries with married men. Like, if I need to talk to somebody, if I know their wife, I'm talking to your wife. Like, I'm not gonna talk to you. Like, I don't like foolishness like that because people make up narratives in their head. So yeah, like, but there would never be another opportunity to cross that line on any level from my perspective. So it wouldn't matter no way.
All right. Now, fellas, have you ever been placed in the friend zone and battled your way out of that abyss?
Yeah.
Everybody's smirking. Like, the whole top row is smirking.
A couple times.
I'm a
I'll
player.
never do it again though.
don't be talking about no just playing.
Nah, I mean, probably, yeah. Like, so, like, what I mean is, who knows that you're going to the friend zone, male or female? You see what I'm saying? You don't know that person's motive. Their motive might be the exact opposite of what your motive is. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's my answer. That's my. I mean, it's
And that's a
possible.
good
Yeah,
answer.
possible.
That's
Yeah,
a good
yeah,
answer.
yeah. More than likely, yeah, definitely. But once again, like, what's the motive in going into things? You like, are you going into, you know, what's the motive? I mean, everybody gets where
But
I'm coming from. You
but
see what
can
I'm
you
saying?
truly say that you're that person's friend if you're sitting here thinking, okay, I'm counting down the days and the hours and the months until I get it?
It's not
Oh,
necessarily.
absolutely.
It's not a
First of all,
countdown.
to answer that question, absolutely.
It's not.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's not really a countdown. Honestly,
Right, right,
It's a
most
right,
most, most of the times it's kind of unexpected. Like
right,
I
right,
think
right.
I think for me when I got out the friend, it really wasn't no effort put in. Honestly, it wasn't like I was actively trying to get out the friend zone.
Mhm.
It's just I was like right person at the right time.
Yep, yep,
I think
yep.
in my younger days, if I'm thinking back to, no gray hair, Jay, ever how long ago that was, I think I have placed myself in friend zones in situations
Mhm.
because I'm more comfortable there.
Mhm.
It's easier. It's easier just to be myself. There's no real pressure or whatever. And single J really likes the presence of females. You know what I mean? So yeah, I could hang out with, you know, a female or two or three or four at a time. Like not, you know what I'm saying, not like that. But
Right.
and just be comfortable in my own skin. So DC Slim said friend zone is definitely cheaper. He ain't lying. He,
Right.
he ain't lying. But I think it's one of those things where if you kind of make your motives clear, because I remember it's been a time too where I had intentions on trying to date a young woman, and she was like, "Nah, I think we should just be friends," and I was like, "All right, cool." And then
Right.
when things roll around, then she's like, "Yo, matter of fact, hey, what's happening? Nah, hey, listen, friends
In
is
the
what
block.
you wanted to be.
In the block. Right.
Now
Right.
wear that. We gonna
That's
wear
right.
that. We gonna be friends, or we gonna be people who used to know each other."
Right.
But now, once you tell me, hey, that's where you want me to be at, you know, I'm gonna chill over there. I like the furniture in the friend zone. You can put your
Mhm.
feet on it.
Right. Going back to the original question. So, like I said, you know, my answer is yes. I feel like we all have been placed in the friend zone, whether we even know it or not. We've also, like I say, with that being said, you know, there's a lot of women, you know, attractive women that your motive isn't isn't always, which is crazy to say, but isn't always to smash. Like I have, going back to our original subject, I have a lot of female friends that I have had no sexual contact with. You see what I'm saying? For years, and I've known them for years. And we can talk and laugh and hang out, come to the house, cards, drink, whatever. No sexual contact. So it's like, did I place myself in the friend zone? Yes. Was my motive to go in it as something else? No, because it was always just friends. Like I never looked at it
Mhm.
as, oh man, I'm really trying to smash, or I'm really, I'm trying to get the buzz. It was never that. You see what I'm saying? So, but we've all placed that. We've definitely all been placed in the friend zone by a female, um, whether we know it or not. It's happened. Believe me.
Right, but I wonder, like, when y'all are placed in the friend zone, whatever that is, do
Mhm.
y'all see it as like a challenge? Like, oh, okay,
I
look,
Depends
mean,
look
on
how
who
much
hell,
your friend is gonna
depends on who
be,
placed you there, right? Depends on
yeah, right.
depends on the circumstances of what's going on. Me and Mahoney got a friend, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, that will remain nameless, that like see somebody post something and be like, yo, I don't like the way she posted. I'm gonna take that as a challenge and I'm about to go F up her life. You know what I'm saying? It's real it's real rap. Real rap,
Right,
man. So, you know,
right,
so there is a challenge aspect to it sometimes. You know
right.
what I mean? But ultimately, I you know, I think some people don't mind being friend zone because why you have them in the friend zone, they're not just sitting there waiting, playing with their thumb, like, oh, I can't wait till she get out of that relationship. You know, they
Right,
might be living their
Do
life
my
or
own
whatever.
shit.
Huh?
So I'm gonna go do my own shit.
Yeah.
right.
Absolutely.
Exactly,
Absolutely.
exactly, absolutely. You're right. Um, yeah, I agree.
Ladies, have y'all ever been put in the friend zone by a man?
Yeah, I feel like that's where I stay.
But I don't even think dudes like do the whole friend zone thing. They just
Nah, I've
Yeah, so yeah, like if y'all don't
like
know,
for
like,
me it ain't. I don't even consider it friend zone, like, because I let it be known from the beginning, man. I think you're cool and I don't mind hanging out, but I'm not looking for. See, this be the problem, right? For the dudes I know, they'll say, "Hey, I'm not looking for a relationship, or I'm not looking for anything right now," and then a lot of females will hear that in their head as a challenge. Like, I'm gonna change your opinion about me. And sometimes, man, like it ain't you at all. It's just where they are mentally or where they are at that stage of life where they don't want a relationship.
again, I feel like
With
everybody,
you.
say it. I'm sorry.
Oh, Jay said that might just be the place where they at and don't want a relationship, and I say with you.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I feel like everybody has definitely been placed in the friend zone. Going back to it, if you don't know you've been placed in the friend zone, a female, then you've been placed in the friend zone. And what I mean is, so like it's different for dudes and women to a certain extent. You know, a guy's interpretation of the friend zone might be that long race. Like I'm just gonna keep you off to the side. If I, you know, if something happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, we can also go with the I'm gonna lead you on. What a guy also.
I can't stand this nigga, bro.
Yeah.
That's a valid question, though. It's a valid question.
It is a valid question. It is a valid question because a lot of women do that.
But my thing is like I don't think I've ever been put. Well, maybe I have been put in a friend zone from like a relationship standpoint, but
Yeah.
I've never had nobody like not try still to like try me or whatever. Still, but I don't think I've ever been placed in the friend zone that I'm aware of. Maybe I have.
The friend zone is a very tricky place.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because y'all can
Very
still
tricky
smash y'all
place.
friends, terrible, or at least try.
Yeah, but there's consequences that come with said actions. Like as some of these friendships, like if you that door is open, but if you walk through that door, then there's no going back. Right. Some of them are not like that. Some of them you can take that trip and then y'all can go back to what y'all was at. Right. So it's risk assessment at that point. It's like, damn, do I feel like it's worth it to like really see what this is about? And then, you know, risk possibly not having this as a friend or anything at all afterwards? Or should I just like chill with what we got? You know what I'm saying? So it's a slippery slope when it comes down to that friend zone shit. Whether you want to stay in it, get out of it, or progress upward, you know?
For sure. Let's change the subject a little bit, man. We talked about
Wait,
friends.
are we gonna
Okay,
address
go ahead.
the comment? Because we didn't address
Oh, y'all ain't answer
our
that.
follower.
Okay. The question was, why do females pursue a guy while also saying, I'm just looking for a friendship. She just want her boots smoked.
No, I think that when a woman says that, it's because she's insecure and she doesn't think that he really likes her anyway. So they might say, you know, I really just want to be friends, but in actuality, they need confirmation that they can go past that point. That's
Or
my
they just want their boot smoked.
that ain't it.
Yeah,
'Cause
some
you
people
don't need to be somebody's friend to get your boot smoked.
they say you can't test drive a car. I mean, you won't go buy a car without test driving it. So hell, some people might just be using it as an excuse just to smash. Let me see if I really want something from you.
That boy say we call that a power up.
I think some women use that line as like
DC
an
Slim said,
open
"Oh, she a
challenge.
freak."
Some women use that line as an open challenge. They want to test to see what kind of like fortitude you got. Like, are you gonna pursue if I tell you this, or are you just gonna give up? Like, I've seen a couple of women like say that, but they really want to see like if the man is just gonna stop right there, or if the man is gonna keep applying